During a new interview with Jeremy Wright, David Ellefson once again spoke out about his recent firing from Megadeth. He is the co-founding bassist of the band, and he is now claiming that Megadeth frontman Dave Mustaine treated him as if he was an employee for 10 years. Of course, earlier this year, video leaked showing Ellefson engaged in adult activities. The video was a consensual video between two adults. He does admit that he was married and he messed up. The interviewer pointed out that Megadeth essentially amplified the situation by putting out multiple statements on the matter. The interviewer said, "I blame Dave Mustaine for giving it legs because had they not even addressed it." The interviewer added, "I felt like they threw you under the bus," to which Ellefson said, 100% it was all based on fear. It wasn't based on reality. They said all sides would be heard, and quite honestly, no sides were heard because within 2 weeks, I went through the process that I told them I was going to go through to just walk through it and say, hey, this is a bunch of bullshit. And I did my part. Again, I confessed, I was caught on camera and there was no hiding from it. So you just address it, you take the sword, you deal with it. Sorry about that, move on. The interviewer noted the entire 80s scene would be under investigation. I don't think the scene would have gone past that. Ellefson said, everybody's so afraid of that. You don't run from it. I pushed back against it. This is bullshit. That's what I said. They threw the Molotov cocktail proverbial at my house and burned my house down. Would you please help me? Would you please support me? I could use some help right now. And quite honestly, I was just kicked to the side of the road to just deal with it on my own. All right, well, now we know where the loyalties lie. The interviewer then asked why they think Megadeth fired him. He said, quote, I don't know for sure because I've had no further conversations with anyone since then, but I can only go back to maybe the lawsuit I filed 20 years ago, me not being agreeable to just remix the catalog and those couple of things. Those things, I'm sure this was a long-standing resentment towards me, and this was the opportunity to settle the score, and it is what it is. And the truth of it is, when you're in a band, when you're in any relationship, brotherhood, marriages, whatever, you have to agree to disagree because you're not always going to agree on everything. I think when things were reset 20 years ago, this was no longer going to be a band. It was no longer a partnership. It was his way or no way, and that was very clear. That's why I wasn't in the band 20 years ago when this happened to us. This is the way we're doing it. There is no negotiation. It's my way or the highway. Ellefson then goes on to say he was treated like an employee, nothing more, when he was in the band recently. He says, quote, well, for the last 10 years, I was an employee, and it's funny to say that I was fired because I hadn't picked up a paycheck from Megadeth since September 2020 when we did the photo shoot for the album. So to say I was fired, I think, is a bit dramatic. Again, it's not like I was on the payroll getting a paycheck every week. Not rehired for the tour? Yeah, sure, I'll go with that. We're not rehiring you for the tour. Okay, fair enough. I wasn't getting a weekly paycheck from the group. When we worked, I got paid. When we didn't, I didn't. And then hence why I did a coffee company and a record company and all the other things to fill in the blanks and support myself and build up my own legacy for my family and to have things like that. Megadeth also reportedly deleted Dave Ellefson's already recorded bass tracks from the new album, so it's clear that this situation may go deeper, as Megadeth pointed out in their statement. They said with an already strained relationship, whatever that means. For his part, Dave Mustaine says there is no chance that David Ellefson will be rejoining Megadeth. Megadeth has completed their new album, though there are no details currently on when you can expect a release date. That's your latest update from Rockfeed. Be sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on future stories. Check out the recommended videos on your screen and visit rockfeed.net for more.